On Saturday, March 16th, the great, and I do mean great, Mikey Garcia will try to pull off what many people, including myself, I'm gonna tell you out front, including myself, feel is the impossible. He will try to defeat Errol Spence Jr. Let's just say that again. Mikey Garcia is actually going to get in the ring Saturday, March 16th and try to defeat Errol Spence Jr. Now, Mikey Garcia in his own right is a great fighter. This is not an anti-Mikey video. Go check my track record. A lot of love, a lot of respect for Mikey Garcia, the great fighter that he is. But Mikey Garcia has a serious problem in front of him, y'all. It's serious. Mikey Garcia is a hero. All these boxers are heroes. I'm gonna style Mikey Garcia in this video as the Hulk. And y'all know how big and strong the Hulk is. Y'all know how massive and just chaotic the Hulk can fight. So I'm giving Mikey that level of props. He is the Hulk. But Mikey's problem in this fight is he is going against a destroyer. A world destroyer, who this video we will style as Thanos. So when Mikey Garcia climbs into that ring as the Hulk on March 16th, he's been at snack, no pun intended, but now they got him all swole and built up like the Hulk. So when he climbs into that ring on March 16th as the Hulk, ready to go, the problem will be that Thanos will be on the other side of the ring. So in this video, I am going to tell you how and why we got here and how I feel Errol Spence is getting ready to lay a THANOS style beatdown on Mikey Garcia. Y'all know what it is. Let's go back. Let me say here right off the top, Mikey is getting ready to catch a beatdown in my humble opinion. And I'm not saying that to disrespect Mikey, because what's happening is a lot of you felt just like me, but now you see Mikey wants it, and you see it in his eyes, and you see that he's been working out, and now we're all starting to think, wait a minute, wait, he's gonna beat Errol. No, he's not. Errol's gonna beat Mikey Garcia down, and that's not because Mikey's weak, because he's not. Mikey Garcia is all man. He's the Hulk. But the Hulk can't beat Thanos. We already saw that fight. But let's now backtrack. Let's go back to what has people thinking that Mikey Garcia is actually going to beat Errol Spence. How did we get here? I think this all started when Mikey Garcia faced and beat up the Joker. Yes, Adrian Broner, the Joker. Mikey's defeat of Adrian Broner, the Joker, really got people thinking he could face and defeat Errol Spence Jr. I think it really started right here. And yes, we called Adrian Broner the Joker a clown, because he is a clown. Adrian Broner fans, go ahead and get mad at me right now. I don't care. He is a clown. But here is the thing about the Joker. If the right Joker shows up, he could possibly take anybody out, any hero out on any given day. If the right Joker shows up, just like Adrian Broner, that's why I stay so frustrated with him. If the right Broner shows up, he could do damage to somebody. Think about it. There's different types of Jokers. If you face this Joker, I don't care if you are the Hulk, if you face this Joker, the evil, homicidal maniac, the Joker that will kill you, the Joker who has the crazy eyes and the crazy manic laughter, that Joker will put you in a grave and kill you. But that's not who showed up to fight Mikey. He didn't get that Joker. He got this Joker. Look at this Joker. He got the old school Joker. Just a pitiful, laughing clown of a Joker. Yes, Hulk's gonna take that Joker out. Do you really think this Joker has a chance against any top hero? No, he doesn't. And that's who Mikey beat up. Props to Mikey for that. He's spectacular. Mikey Garcia is spectacular. But he took out the clown of a Joker, the laughing stock clown. Some people would take it even further and say Adrian Broner's a different type of clown. Not even the superhero type of clown, just a real clown. Some people have compared him to Homie the Clown from In Living Color. Some of my young heads, y'all don't know what I'm talking about with this. But this guy, Homie the Clown. You don't believe me? Adrian Broner even sports his colors sometimes. The red and gold outfit. Look at this. Look at them side by side. And what is Adrian Broner doing right now? Acting like a clown. And if my memory serves me correct, this was right before the Marcos Maidana fight. So he's doing all this out here, and look at what's getting ready to happen to him. Acting like a clown. So Mikey might have even faced Homie the Clown that night. So moving on past that, Mikey defeats him, and then to further Mikey's confidence toward Errol, toward maybe even a Keith Thurman or a Terrence Crawford, somebody else, Mikey then faces another hero who I think has people hyped about the Errol Spence thing. Mikey then faces Robert Easter Jr., aka Plastic Man. Yeah. Plastic Man with the shades. Come on now, don't get offended. This is not an attack against Robert Easter Jr. because guess what? Plastic Man is still a hero. He still has superhuman abilities. Robert Easter is still a hero. I can't beat him in a boxing match. He's still a hero. But y'all keep it real. He is on the level of Plastic Man. Look at him side by side. You know he is. So after Mikey then beats up, dominates, stretches out, and just all out crushes Plastic Man like he did, and he deserved props for because he's tough, then this really bad, what I feel is gonna be a mistake for Mikey, really started to grow. It's almost like it festered in his brain and in his confidence and in the confidence of his fan base. Everybody started to believe something, and let's just be real. Y'all know we keep it real here. They start saying, and I saw it in comments, maybe Mikey Garcia is the Mexican Floyd Mayweather. And everybody knows that Floyd Mayweather built the whole Money Mayweather brand, Cinco de Mayweather, fighting in May, fighting in September, off of facing and defeating Hispanic fighters. That's what Floyd Mayweather did. Latino Hispanic fighters. He built that brand off of that. That's why he fought in May. That's why he fought in September. Everybody knows he still calls it Cinco de Mayweather. We have fans now thinking Mikey is the reverse. The Mexican fighter that can beat all the black fighters. You might be right. He has a chance to prove it against Thanos, but I think he's going to come up way short. Now let me tell you the danger in thinking that. I'm not mad at you for thinking that. I'm not attacking you. We have other people who think that. It's just like almost thinking that just because Errol Spence beat up Carlos Ocampo, he beat him up bad, got him out in the first round, that he can beat Mikey. If you are an Errol Spence fan and you feel like he's gonna win this fight just because of what he did to Ocampo and he's a Hispanic fighter, you are crazy and you're shallow. I'm sorry, you are crazy and you are shallow, because all Hispanic fighters aren't built the same. All black fighters aren't built the same. Just because Mikey beat down the Joker, just because Mikey then turns around and beats down Plastic Man, two black fighters, that does not mean you can just take that and say, well, now Mikey's beating the black fighters, so now he's gonna beat up Errol Spence, aka Thanos. If you are thinking that, you are shallow. Stop it. I'm trying to warn you. Don't do that. If you have logical boxing breakdowns, which we will get to here soon, then that makes more sense. If you are a Mikey fan and you're looking at something more technical, because there are some good experts and some really good fans who don't think it has anything to do with race, who just think Mikey's gonna beat him. I think Mikey sees something in Errol that he feels is a flaw that he's going to exploit. And let me tell you what I think that is. Let's speak technical for a minute. I think Mikey Garcia in his film study, and when you talk about the film study of Mikey Garcia, you have to know this. First, you have to know this. Mikey Garcia has a very, very good boxing brain, a very high boxing IQ. Also, he has other great boxing brains around him. His father, the Big G, great boxing brain. His brother, Robert Garcia, one of the greatest trainers, great boxing brain. Remember those two because they will come up again later. They have great boxing brains there. So when they go into film study, I think they've picked up on this. Look at this picture right here. I know we've used this picture before, but I want you to really, really focus on this picture. Notice Errol Spence. Notice the posture of Errol Spence in this picture. Really look at it now, because this is what I think they see. Errol Spence, for everything he is, one thing he does do is he usually attacks you in a straight line behind a single right jab. Now, I'm not saying he only does that. Yes, he does do different variations of that. I'll also cover that in a minute. But most of the time, Errol Spence comes at you through the front door. Go watch his tapes. He comes through the front door and he flips out that right jab, just like you see him doing right here in this picture. So if you study this picture, this is what I think the Garcia team sees. See how vulnerable he is in this state right here? I think they want to attack this very moment in the fight, because there are plenty of different things you can do to a man when he's missed his jab, sort of like Errol is missing this jab at Ocampo right here. You could either A, take that half step back, just that little step back to fall out of range, to make a guy who likes to come forward fall in more and shoot your right hand right in there. You can see it. Look at the picture. You can see he's open right there for what? A straight right. As he throws his jab, you can come in with your right. You could also jump to the side more like a check left hook. Think what Floyd Mayweather was doing to Manny Pacquiao. The moments when Roy Jones had success against Antonio Tarver, he was throwing his left hook over the top of Tarver's right jab. There are plenty of different things you can do off of this moment right here. The picture shows that when a person from a southpaw stance misses that jab in that way, they're left open for a variety of different punches, and they are looking at that. Mikey's looking at that, and he's thinking Errol is predictable in his attack. This is how Errol attacks you, I would say 80 to 90% of the time. But guess what? There's a problem here. The problem that they haven't calibrated and thought about is sometimes just because you know something's coming, you still can't stop it. Just because you see it out there, you still can't stop it. And that's what happens here with Errol Spence. Just because you see what he's doing and you think you can take advantage of it, yes, you might hit him. Yes, you're probably going to land some good straight right hands. Yes, Mikey's probably going to land a few left hooks. He's going to hit Errol right in the face with that right hand. But guess what's going to happen after that? Errol's going to take that and he's going to come right back at him with more pressure. That's what Errol Spence does. That's how a world destroyer fights. Remember Kell Brook? You guys remember Kell Brook? He took his soul. You saw it. Look at Kell Brook's face right here. That's a man who had his soul snatched in a boxing ring. He has not been the same since that night because Kell Brook got off some shots. Kell Brook got off some power shots. He rocked Errol. He saw the same thing Mikey did. Kell Brook was trying to attack. Please go back and watch the fight. Kell Brook kept trying to attack Errol Spence off of his jab. He was trying to throw a left hook off of his jab. He was trying to jab over the top of his jab. Kell Brook had success with this early, but Errol just kept walking him down. The tide just kept coming in and the world destroyer snatched his soul. Mikey, I'm worried about your soul. Yes, I am. I am worried about him getting his soul snatched and not being the same after this fight. Look at Kell Brook's face. This man is gone. I told you guys in another video, every hole in his face had fluid coming out of it. His eyes had fluid, pus, different things running out of his eyes. His nose, snot, bloody snot. His mouth, slob. His ears, juice. Unidentified ear juice. I saw it running out of Kell Brook's ears. The man is not the same. Lamont Peterson, another hero. He battled with the world destroyer. He battled with a dark side of Thanos, and I don't know if he's the same. I am actually nervous for Lamont Peterson going up against Sergey Lipinets, another guy who Mikey beat down. I don't know if Lamont is the same after tangling with the world destroyer. We saw Lamont leaking fluids we've never seen him leak before. All kind of unidentified stuff coming out of his mouth and nose. His rib cage getting shook up. Errol Spence will take your soul. Remember what I said about those great boxing minds around Mikey? We're going to close with this thought. We're going to close with this. But remember what I said about those good boxing minds, those great boxing minds around Mikey Garcia. You remember I was talking about Big G. You remember I was talking about his brother Robert. Know this. They didn't want him to do this. All you Errol Spence fans that are shook now, all of y'all, you're just so shook because Mikey's been working out. Because, oh, I saw him on the stare down and Mikey was looking at him. You're just shook. Mikey's a tough guy. He's a top-notch guy. He believes in himself, but it's not going to change this outcome. Remember, Big G and Robert Garcia did not want him to take this fight. But of course, they're on his team. They gotta ride with him now. They gotta do everything they can do to try to get him ready. So of course, Big G is saying right now that he thinks Mikey's gonna win. Robert is saying right now that he thinks Mikey's gonna win. That's what they have to do. Their team Mikey, they gotta get ready and get him prepared and put forth the best effort they can. But don't forget that in the beginning, they wanted nothing to do with the World Destroyer and tried to talk Mikey out of it. Please remember that. So as we get ready for this fight, as we're hyped for this fight, I am hyped for this fight. I'm not hating on Mikey in this video, but when you face this man right here, ooh, you got some real problems on your hand when you're coming up against Errol THANOS Spence. Saturday, March 16th is going down. If I'm wrong, I will come back here, make another video, and apologize to Mikey, his fans, and the whole world. But I do believe, and I'm not taking it back, Mikey's gonna put up a good fight. Rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Toward the end of the fight, the tide is gonna be too high for him. The Destroyer will take over, and Errol Spence will put a beatdown, a THANOS style beatdown on Mikey Garcia. Until the next one, it's your man, Amazing Gary. I holla at y'all. Peace.